Uh, I think we're okay. I will say the coloring on this, like the lighting, just seems so terrible. And I have lighting, and it's so frustrating. So I feel like if I bring it up, I feel like you can't see it too much. Let me play around with the position on this, because I've spent like 30 minutes messing with this thing. I want you guys to be able to see it, but then it just seems so dark, and it's so crazy because I have so much light in here. If there's any room in this house, it is this room that has literally all of the light. We'll just have to trust it. Like, it's such a bright white, but I can't figure out how to get this, how to make this better. Like, when I pull this up, that's so much whiter. But there's like, I don't feel like you could see it as well though. I don't want it to be close. So the light's like right there. So it's not really casting nothing from the markers. It's like, if I turn it down, like tilt the camera down, all of a sudden everything gets darker. But if I tilt it up just a little bit, it's much brighter. Like, that is the actual color of the paper. But then I feel like you can't see it when it's like that. Like, ideally, it would be something like this, where like you could see the page itself. But when I get the camera like that, let me scoot this over. Now it's just dark. Cause that's definitely not what that's that's definitely not the color of that paper or the color of my desk. And I tried to move the top light around. It's like this area here is not getting enough light shown back at it, and it's just messing up the whole thing. And I can't change the settings in the webcam without it like completely distorting the lines in this, because then everything ends up looking so blurry. So then just roll with that. Because I hate how dark it is. Because these are like, those are bright colors. This one, not so much. This, like, nothing. But that is a brighter color. And it just, everything looks so muddy. The only other thing... Let me see about just moving this completely. But then we've got it at like an odd angle. No. But that's such a bad angle. I don't want to get another webcam because this is already like the third one that I've had. I'm not really trying to go through another camera setup. And I don't feel like it's even like this camera is a bad camera. Okie dokie. Thank you. Thank you for your help. I feel like the easiest thing is just going to be to tackle all of the green because there's just so very little of it. So we've got 190, 140 for the bushes down here. And then 270 and 300 for our vines. It's so dark. I almost feel like it got darker. Jesus. Hi, Night. There was like a split second where it looked okay. And then it just reset me back. Yes, Nate. I need some yellows to add to our little bill. I feel like that's really the only yellows here. I have to find some kind of gold for this. Thinking the colors are so off. But thinking about acid yellow and then melon. So 70. This and this one. Thank you. So go down the middle here. one might have to go over that one. Like the bell part. I think I want this to be like the pink and white striped kind of thing. I think that would be pretty cute, and this definitely kind of gives off that type of vibe. Like this would be the cutesy little pastry shop. Roughly here is where everything would start turning. We have to like barely erase the stuff because the alcohol markers, like, I feel like they lock in that pencil mark as soon as you lay the stuff down. And then like there's nothing you can do. It's already there. So we need water lily because it's not quite white. It's like the lightest pink that we've got. And then I think queen pink is a little too, I don't know what you would call it, like not quite highlightery. Oh, it's not really showing up. So this is not white, it's water lily, so like the lightest pink that's available. But this one almost, it's like a muddied kind of thing. But this is just pink. I really hate that the colors don't show right on the camera. Alright, so here's the two colors we're going to use. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, we'll do this one first. Oh no! Oh no! I forgot to put down a piece of paper! Now that back piece is gonna have, I'm gonna have to do a whole cover up. I guess it's better like that I know that now than after everything has been done. I'm wondering if the wall should be like the red and like orangish kind of brick style, or if it should be like the more moderny gray. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think the easiest thing is gonna be to do the sidewalk next. I'm not sure what to do with the building. Like these, I guess there's not a whole lot. You've got like this little chunk here, and then the pillars, and then the door. I feel like the door should be wood. Seems to be pretty chill. It's the one good thing about the way that the sidewalk's broken up is that it's pretty easy to prevent a whole lot of streaks from popping in. You're okay. Did really miss a whole lot. The little leaf is still falling. And then this guy's got his little foot shadow. Then his shadow's down here. Oh, he's got his tail. It's a little tail shadow. Oh, he has a tail too. So he has a tail shadow. I feel like I made a shadow in the wrong spot. I feel like it'd be more like back this way. Because you got like the light coming in from the door. I kind of think that the ground needs like... Thank you. Thank you so much. I feel like the ground needs like some little like texture dots. I'm thinking that the like light pieces and this thing also needs to be gold, because this seems like a little bit of an upscale place. I feel like all of their stuff would just like be matching, because they put some thought into it when they was putting their building together. They're not out here just willy-nilly picking whatever was the cheaper option at the time. These are gonna be some like soft glow lights. So I'm thinking like this lemon, and then I think it's called calamansi. And then whenever I figure out the outer edges of this pillar, we'll make some shadows, not shadows, a little bit of a glow. I mean, we'll do the gray up here to go ahead and get the wall done, and then see if there's like a color that's standing out for these things. It can't be the same gray as the ground. Come in with the neutral. So we've got CG 20, 30, and 50. Just so that we can throw in some stuff around the bricks. So the whole wall, we're going to be looking at this color. Thank you, Maddie. I'm thinking about going over this bottom portion with a darker gray. But for now, we'll lay that down So we've got a slightly darker one. I don't know if it's going to be dark enough for these bricks to like, I mean, they stand out. I guess that works out because then I can use the 50. Yeah, because this one's 30. So I can go in and use the 50 to add like serious shadows around everything. I always feel like that's too dark. There'd be a little bit behind this bush. I don't feel like the cats or the animals are like too close to it to really do anything, but down here, are we thinking that this planner would be like a wooden planner, or would it be concrete? Because if it's wood, then like the door in this could match. Thank you. So we just need to get some good wood colors. I'm thinking like these two colors. I really wish that this color, like the colorade, looked the way that it's supposed to, because this is like so much lighter than that. I really got to figure out the webcam thing. It's throwing off the game, man. So we've got 240 and 370. So we've got just a little bit of some wood grain going on down there. And I could come in with pens later to like darken it up some. I almost feel like it should have been just a little bit lighter. I guess I could do sand on the door, because that's for sure lighter. And if there's streaks in the door, that's okay, because it's a door and it's wood, and wood has streaks in it. This is part of the door. So then we'll come in this way with that chisel tip and add in our little wood grain with the lines. I'm wondering if, like, no. So I was gonna say maybe there's like a little pink curtain on this thing, but I don't think there would be. Like, if there would be, it would be like a little half one. so that you could still see inside, but I don't know if I want to do that. I need to figure out something for this though. We'll match our little pot over here with our little cloth sign. And do some pink flowers. So I feel like they would for sure have, like, they're the matchy kind of people. Everything has gotta fit the vibe. I also think I'm gonna do these two things here pink, just to pull in some more from their like themed out awning. I could do an open sign. Pink, and then draw the text in, I think, just a darker pink. So I do have a couple of pens over here, but let's see what that would actually look like. This is some cardstock. So we've got nope, that's perfect. Is that too bright though? I mean, I guess in theory it could be like a neon sign. The other option would be I guess there's two other options. So I'll do I think that one's more red. A tryout green. And you should. You should open a bakery. And have it a pink and white side. Open is such a weird word now. Now that I'm looking at it a lot. That is how you spell open, right? Yeah. That's just so odd looking at it like that. Oh, I feel like you gotta try, especially if you've already gotten all like the inspo and everything. So you're voting for these two? We might just stick with the top right because it's just black, so it's classic. I might thicken up the lettering just a little bit or try to match how they've got some of this stuff written. If I did that, it would end up looking like this is the closest that I could get without actually having the font. But I don't know too many open signs that are all lowercase. Go ahead and erase everything that's in there. If we did cursive, it would be nope, not that. I think this. The other was just art cutting it. There's also that, which doesn't necessarily look like open, but it is over the top fancy. It's not that I hate the cursive. It's like the word itself just looks so weird to me at this point. I do feel like whoever is the owner of this little pastry shop, I think there's some fancy little people. And this, like, I'm not gonna say it's over the top fancy, but this little open part here, I think just hits their little Frenchy vibe a lot. I don't know if it's gonna be able to be seen so much, but I think that's where we're gonna end up. Over the top cursive. So I need to erase this just a bit. That's where we got. Not the most see-through, or not see-through, but not the most noticeable. I need to find a light color for up there. But also thinking go ahead and knock out all of these pastries. Thank you. This definitely strawberry cake with vanilla. Ooh, would look. Yeah, that might be the route. Thank you. So we got vanilla cake, chocolate. What is it? Ganache, like the thicker. Not necessarily like chocolate icing, but chocolate vanilla and a little strawberry on top. They got cherries. The strawberry was just too dark. I missed a cherry. I think primrose is gonna be the closest that we're gonna get to like a vanilla color. I think this will be a little themed cupcake. At least their cupcake liners would be. They're definitely matching the vibes. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out this wood piece up here. So I'm getting nervous on the cakes. outline all of this stuff to just a little bit of like depth to it. And come in with, nope, not that end. The darker stuff. I'm trying to think of how the wood would end up being, because all of this is rounded out. So are they punching out these things out of a large wood sheet, or did they round this entire thing so then the grain is going to go along that bit? I feel like here it would just go side to side. So thinking like construction wise, how they'd put this together, there'd be like little notches here, and then everything would be like glued together and pinned together. So then this outer bit, because I know that you can bend, like if you took enough time, you could bend wood. So would this be one large, like, it wouldn't be a 2x4, but like almost like the size of like the furring strips? Would they have bent this to that? Or do you think it would just be cut out of like, obviously not plywood, but just out of like a plywood thing, so all of the grain would be going one direction? It's okay. It's no big deal. Like, this is just, I overthink everything. Well, I can't get a whole lot done. So, like, well, what would that look like? Okay, but what would that look like? I don't know how well it will show up, but we've got our little wood grain up there. So for the building itself, the only thing that is left are these two pillars. I think it just has to be the mid-tone for the bricks here. So I think it's 20. No, it wasn't. I think it's the 30. I actually don't know if I like that because that seems so dark now. Oh my gosh. I have a couple blending markers. I'm gonna try and lighten up the very center of this. It's all gone wrong. It's definitely too dark. I feel like I should have touched it. Should have left the two white pillars. I think if I get some color pencils, I could probably lighten it up just a little bit. Because I know I'm going to take some color pencils over the windows. We need to start coloring some of these characters. Maybe that'll help, like, distract. Fox. A yellowish brown. So we've got I don't feel like this cream is gonna be dark enough for the fox. Their tails are white, right? I feel like that's what color their little fox tails are. Okay, so then I'll definitely make sure not to do anything to his tail. He needs some pink in his ears and his little nose. Alright, so there's our fox. What kind of dog would be going here? What kind of dogs are there? I don't want them to just be like a solid color dog. He's got floppy ears. I'm thinking. Oh, what did you say? Yeah. So I found this picture. It's like his little belly and everything. But where it's orange, I'll keep it like white around his eye. So we've got some darker browns. So he would be like this, and then so we've got a little line there, and then his belly. We've got a couple spots. Not that far down. Just like end it right. I don't feel like his tail. No, yeah. His tail's gonna have some white on it. It's right there. So we need brown, gray, and mahogany. I think those are gonna be the closest. He's gonna stand out so much though, because he's gonna be so dark. 11 and 12. So we got these two colors. Most of him is gonna be this. And then we'll circle back in with some of the darker brown. Hello, Nate. Oh, not Nate, Bruce. Yes, Bruce. Yes, Bruce. Hello, Bruce. Yes, Bruce. Yes, I'm hearing that he keeps like scratching, not like super scratching. He's just like popping his claws out and like making sure that I'm aware that he's right there. Bruce, seriously? Keep your tail out of it. Alright, so we gotta come in with the darker brown now. Add a couple little spots in there. Alright, there's our little brown dog. I do need to actually add in some more shadows to him. I think you could. I think you could. Alright, so our doggy's got some shadows now. We need to get him a collar. I feel like he'd have a little blue collar. Now we need a cute cat. I feel like this one's perfect. Like a super light brown, and she's already got the flowers in her hair. As we need a really light little brown. Almost feel like she's the same color as like the vanilla cake. So that, and then some deep cream for the little bit of striping that she's got. Actually, she's gonna be pale fruit pink, pink flamingo, and eggshell white. So we've got these three colors. Eggshell white is going to be the darkest one. So she had some little pinks. So the cat is done. Whenever I go in with like the highlighter, I'm gonna add little like dots to her sign. So now we need the bunny. I'm thinking this bunny. Little white and gray bunny. So we need like the lightest of grays. Actually, I think these two would kind of be perfect for like the dirty-ish look. Well, you're not even gonna be able to see his face. Rats. So that he like not say that he doesn't matter, but now I can't do anything with his cute little face. It's like a little spotted bunny. Pretty sad that his face isn't gonna be in the thing. Mm, maybe. But I don't know, because he's like right there where the cupcake is. I don't think I'll be able to get like a super reflection, but I'm pretty sure that there's another, like, because there's a bunch of pages in here. I'm sure I could like bring him back. He could be the hotel receptionist, or actually, is it a bunny that's on the first page? Nah, it's a cat. So here's a bunny that I could throw him in. I'm starting to think the author just doesn't like bunnies. Because I'm seeing repeats of so many other characters, and the bunny is like, yeah, he's been in a couple, but his face is not as prominent. I could also just be like super salty right now. I gotta commit to these cakes. I feel like this is a layered chocolate cake. So it'd be... I don't want to do this dark of a color. Yeah, I don't think I will be able to do the reflection. Are these just like graham crackers at the top of this? Or is it like the sponge sugar type of pastry? Or is it a chunk of chocolate? Oh, that's a good point. French pastry with squares on top. They keep showing me this raspberry buttercream pastry, but it's definitely not looking like that. I'll start by just assuming that these little circles are going to be like some blueberries. I think it's just like a graham crackery color. I don't know if it's big enough for that. No, I appreciate it. I'm gonna go with like a waffle cone kind of thing. I don't know how well that's gonna show up on screen, but it has a bit of a pattern to it. I need to have a good like vanilla kind of frosting. Unfortunately, I don't think I have one that's gonna work. I think the chocolate, I just have to commit to it being like super dark on that one. Maybe do some lighting up here, but do I draw a lighting fixture? Like, and have everything like based around that, or kind of do a generic glow and then do the reflection stuff with the color pencils. I don't know if that is the kind of lighting that they would have in there. I almost feel like either like multiple little hanging clusters of lights. But then this is kind of looking a little Christmassy. Maybe just coming in. That's okay. I was trying to think about the lighting in here. Trying to decide if I need to draw some light, like a light fixture, but I'm worried that one, I'd mess it up by doing too much, and then thinking it might not match the vibes in here. And then I was considering maybe like the hanging light clusters, but then it was looking a little like Christmas ornament, so I don't think that that's the vibe of this pastry shop. Thank you, Mimi. So maybe just doing a soft yellow color and then doing some colored pencils over top of it. Need to track down this one. Alright, we need color pencils now. Maybe I need wherever my scrap paper went. There it is. So we've got, I use this color. It's too clouded now. We need new scrap. Alright. So this is the light coming from inside of the pastry studio. Can either go over it with some white, which does not seem to be doing a whole lot. Go over it with more yellow. Kind of deepened it up a little bit, but I don't think that that's quite what we have in mind. There's this gray, which is kind of creating, it's not going to show up. The gray is kind of creating like a window-ish look to it. And then if I come back in with this silver, we've kind of got like the reflective marks. So let me try. I mean, it's kind of dulling it out just a little bit. And then I don't know how well that's gonna translate, but I mean, you can kind of see it. Little lines going across. That actually, I feel like going over this whole thing with the white definitely created like the glass look. Like there's a film in between the two. Yeah, that I like that. Make sure all of these lines are covered. So we got the little lines. I think that's it, except for the highlights at this point. So I need to decide if it's gonna be paint marker or jelly roll. I feel like, thank you so much, Mimi. I feel like jelly roll is gonna be softer than the paint marker, and that's kind of like gonna fit more with what we've got going on right now. Yeah, the cute and cozy ones probably are like everybody's favorite. don't know if my jelly roll is going to show up enough. Thank you. I'll try to do some more live streams of the coloring stuff. It's probably time for like me to just embrace the change anyways. A lot of the other videos on my channel right now are like Canva and different crafting stuff. There's not a whole lot of like coloring. But if coloring is what like more people are wanting to see anyways, then I could definitely get behind that. Thank you. Like, this is where we're gonna call it on this page. So we've got our window. Our little animals. I feel like I need to do some highlights with the jelly roll pen over the windows. thank you for hanging out, Mimi. Like, I appreciate you. Thank you. Well, thank you for everybody that hung out. My youngest is about to be home, and things are definitely going to get a little bit louder around here. So, thank you for hanging out, and I will do more like live stream coloring ones. I have a few more books like this that are coming in the mail, and then I've got a bunch of different like printed things that I've done. So we've got a lot to tackle for sure. Bye guys.